we are discussing about plant parts and functions, and in that yesterday I discussed about what are the different parts of the leaf. What are the different parts of the leaf? Leaf base, petioles, lamina, midrib, veins and veinlets. Did you understand? What are the different parts of the leaf? Leaf base, petioles, lamina, veins and veinlets. Yesterday I showed for you the skeletal part of the leaf and also the main part of the leaf. It dried up now, so you can see that the main part of the leaf and the skeletal part of the leaf. Now let us draw a tabular form which was given in our textbook. Here the same way we are going to take about the 5 plants what we took before and see what whether they are having these all 5 parts or not. So now here comes serial number, here leaf base, here petioles, here lamina, then here what are the things given here? Lamina, shape of the leaf and edge of the leaf. So see here what are the things? Serial number, name of the leaf, name of the leaf, then next leaf base, petioles, okay, leaf base, petioles, then what is that? Lamina, here one more is there. Here lamina, then here shape of the leaf, and edge of the leaf, edge of the leaf. Now what are the different things we have to see? Means the name of the leaf, leaf base, petioles, lamina, shape of the leaf and the edge of the leaf. So how many plants we are taking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, the first one is Tridacts. Okay, next one, what are the plants we have taken here? Tridacts, people, mango, hibiscus, the next neem. So see here what are the different plants we have taken? Tridacts, people, mango, hibiscus and neem. Is it the Tridacts? Is it having the leaf base? Yes. Is it having the petioles? Yes. Is it having the lamina? Yes. So when these 3 are there, veins and veinlets, midrib are common to the leaf. Leaf base is there, petioles is there, lamina is there. Even midrib and the veins and veinlets are also present. With this, the shape of the leaf is parallel. Okay. Edge of the leaf is smooth. Edge of the leaf is smooth. Next one, people. Is it having leaf base? Yes. Is it having petioles? Yes. Is it having lamina? Yes. Shape of the leaf of people is reticulate venation. The shape of the leaf is reticulate. What is this parallel and reticulate? In the next after this table I will discuss. Then what is how the leaf will be means here this also will be smooth. Okay. Next we are taking mango. Mango, is it having leaf base? Yes. Is it having petioles? Yes. Is it having lamina? Yes. Shape of the leaf is mango, no? So it is parallel. And how the leaf will be means the leaf will be smooth. Next, hibiscus. Is it having leaf base? Yes. Petioles? Yes. Lamina? Yes. Then shape of the leaf is reticulate. Reticulate. And how it will be? Zigzag. How the edge of the leaf will be? In zigzag. Next, neem. Leaf base, yes. Petali, yes. Lamina, yes. Shape of the leaf is parallel, and the edge of the leaf is zigzag. Edge of the leaf is zigzag. So see here, what are the different parts of the leaf? Means leaf base, petali, lamina, veins, veinlets, midrib. So here he did not mention about midribs and veins and veinlets. When these three parts are there, that indicates that it is having a midrib and veins and veinlets. So what are the five we took? Tridacts, people, mango, hibiscus, neem. So are they having these? Yes. Now here the extra two what we did means the shape of the leaf and the edges of the leaf. Now next what we are going to see is that about venation. Next we are going to see about venation. So now we are talking about venation. For the leaf, what are the different parts we discussed? Now we are good. What is venation? This part of the leaf what you are taking. Okay, this comes under venation. Means what is the shape of this leaf that comes under the venation. And in this venation, what will be present means to the leaf. When we are taking a leaf like this, in this the veins and veinlets what are present to the leaf comes under the venation. I am showing for you the skeleton part of the leaf. You can see here the veins and veinlets are present to this leaf. Did you understand? Like this, how many venations we are having means we are having two types of venations. We are having two types of venations. Coming to here, you can see that one you have to take it as a little bit broad, okay. The other one we have to take it as little bit thin. See, like this. One we are having two types. One is broad venation, the other one is a narrow venation. The broad venation is called as a reticulate venation. The broad venation is called as a reticulate venation, and the narrow venation is called as a parallel venation. Reticulate venation, and here we are coming to parallel venation. What is this reticulate venation and parallel venation? Reticulate venation, now I just draw you like this. You see here, the leaf will be very broad. For example, people and hibiscus. This is people leaf, hibiscus leaf, people leaf, money plant leaf. These all comes under the reticulate venation. Last time itself I told for you. The reticulate venation, if the leaf is in reticulate venation, we will have a taproot system. If the leaf is reticulate venation, we will have taproot system. And if the leaf is in parallel venation, we will say that it will have a fibrous root system. Fibrous root system. Means teacher, will it exist for all the things? Means it will not exist for all the things. Why? Because the mango leaf looks in the form of parallel venation. The mango leaf looks in parallel venation, but for the mango tree we will have a taproot system. Okay, but when we are taking here this parallel venation which is narrow leaf, we will say that for grass, maize, paddy, okay, turmeric, for these all things we will have this parallel venation. Then reticulate venation will be present for what things we will have? People, mango, money plant, hibiscus. For these all you will get this reticulate venation. What is venation? The venation is the presence of, in the leaf, the presence of veins and veinlets is called as Means it is the skeletal part of the leaf. For our body, how the bones are very important, which is giving support to our body to stand like this. From top to bottom, the bones are joined together and they are giving a structure to our body. If the bones are not present, only the flesh will be present in our body. In the same way, your veins and veinlets are not present to a leaf means the leaf is also just a green color paste. A green color paste you can see. So these veins and veinlets are supporting the leaf. So how many types of venations means two? Reticulate venation, parallel venation. Okay? Reticulate venation, how the leaf will be? The leaf will be broad, and in parallel venation, the leaf will be in narrow. Now let us draw a table for reticulate venation and to show parallel venation. Start. So in the same way we are going to draw the table which is in your textbook. So here what you are going to write, name of the plant. Name of the plant, and here which type of venation. Type of venation. Name of the plant and type of venation. I am taking 5 plants here. First one is grass. Second one is mango. Third one is peepal. Fourth one is hibiscus. Okay. Fifth one is neem. Sixth one is money plant. These are the few examples we are taking: grass, mango, peepal, hibiscus, neem and money plant. In that, which type of venation these particular plants are having? When I am taking grass, it is having the parallel venation. Okay. And what is the root system of this grass plant? Fibrous root system. Taking of mango, mango is of, this also comes under, parallel venation. Mango comes under parallel venation, but it is not like a grass plant, very small. It grows very large, big in size, and bunches of fruits will be present to that one. It has to bear that fruits means the tree should penetrate deep into the soil. Because of that, this mango is having parallel venation also. The leaf is having parallel venation also. It comes under the taproot system. Okay. Next, coming to peepal tree. Peepal tree is having the reticulate venation. The leaf of the peepal tree is in reticulate venation. The roots are taproot system. When we are sow that peepal tree in the soil, the root will be very small. You can see the main root and the lateral roots. But when it grows into a big tree, you can see it occupies large space. It goes under the houses also. Near to that one, any houses are there means if you want to uproot the peepal tree, it is not at all possible. Only the trunk part you have to cut. If you want to uproot the peepal tree means near to that particular tree, the houses what are there, they also will penetrate with that particular tree. That much is strong, the roots will be expanding in the soil. Next, coming to hibiscus. Hibiscus is having the reticulate venation, and this is also having the taproot system. Hibiscus, the leaf will be reticulate venation and it is having taproot system. Neem, it is a parallel venation. The leaf will be in zigzag, but this is also having the taproot system. Money plant, you can see that this is having the reticulate venation. The money plant is having reticulate venation. This is all about venation, and tomorrow I will tell for you. I am going to discuss from 2 days. I think so. I am telling for you how to prepare the skeleton part of the leaf. Yesterday also I told I'll explain about this one, and today also I am telling the same thing. But tomorrow, without any excuse, what I'll do means how we can prepare the skeleton part of the leaf. I'll explain, and also about the stomata, which is very important of the leaf. That not tomato, about the stomata. Tomorrow we are going to discuss. Thank you.